Hi, Michael Fry, President and CEO of Deepwater Subsea. I got a couple emails today from guys who are kind of frustrated with the state of the industry and frustrated with the job search and don't know where to go and don't know what to do next. I like to tell the story that we're farmers. Here at Deepwater Subsea, each and every day we have to plant seeds. And if we stop planting seeds, eventually we're going to starve. And I know some people will be saying, that's kind of a horrible analogy, but it's true. If you can't find the motivation each and every day to get up and push through the pain, sooner or later you're going to starve because you've given up on every opportunity that you have in front of you. Sometimes you have to make opportunities. Maybe you were a senior, subsea at one point. Maybe you were a senior manager, and you have to come off that high pedestal to go back to a different position. When I was in the Navy, we used to scrub toilets for pennies on the dollar. There's not a job that I'm not willing to do. My parents, as I was growing up, my dad lost his job in the 70s during the downturn in the automotive industry. I can remember him going and picking apples up in Michigan with the migrant workers and looking around, and we're one of the only white families, as far as the eye can see. And I looked at my dad, and I was a young kid, and I said, "Dad, what are we doing?" And my dad was basically, whatever it takes. Whatever it takes to put food on the table is whatever he was willing to do. And I always look up to my dad when it comes to that story. My mom was the same way. My dad wasn't working, my mom would work double shifts. She'd work an 8-hour shift at the hospital, call me up and say, "Hey, we're gonna work another 8 hours." For me, that motivation, that drive is something that's resonated through me in my adulthood. You have to be willing to push, find that motivation, find that center of influence that you can turn to and say, "Hey, look, I just don't have it today. I need a kick in the ass. I need something to get me back up and get me back on that pedestal to get me moving forward." It's not an easy time, guys. I'm tired. I've been getting up at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning trying to keep the hustle going. But every day I understand this. We're farmers and we have to plant those seeds. And eventually those seeds are gonna sprout to the surface, and then the industry is gonna turn and everybody's gonna be in good shape. But until that time happens, don't ever give up. I know some of you are sports fans, like Jimmy V said, don't ever give up. No matter what you do, don't ever give up. So for me, my message for you today on a Monday morning, December 14th, don't ever give up. Find that drive, find that passion, find whatever it takes to push you to that next level and go after it. And for me, that's something we do here each and every day at Deepwater Subsea. We find that drive, we find the why, as you hear me talk about, and we go after it, and we go after it 110%. If any of you guys ever need that kick in the ass, that little motivation, you have my email. Feel free to drop me an email at mike@deepwatersubsea.com, and I'll be more than happy to correspond with you and see what we can do to get you back on track. We've also created a new Google Groups for Deepwater Subsea. I'm going to post a link to it below. You'll find it on our Facebook page as well as our LinkedIn. Jump into the group, get into the discussions. Just keep your drive and your motivation. Just keep the why moving forward. And we look forward to corresponding with you, and hopefully we look forward to helping you get to that next level in your career path. And keep the hustle and keep the fight. We'll talk to you later.